evening. My name is Brittany Arrington, and today I'm going to try to persuade you as to why HBCUs are still important in the 21st century. This is my audience. Okay. I have a few names for you to ponder. Thurgood Marshall, Martin Luther King Jr., Alice Walker, Tom Joyner, Taraji P. Henson, 2 Chainz, Toni Morrison, and Oprah Winfrey. Most, if not all, of these names should ring familiar to you. These are just a fraction of notable individuals that have attended historically Black colleges and universities in the past and went on to do great things. Today, I would like to take the time to persuade you as to why they are important. As a Black student of the HBCU myself, this topic is extremely close to my heart. Through my research efforts, I have found that our schools are often underfunded and underappreciated. I will discuss how we can go about repairing these issues and delve into why HBCUs retain more relevance than ever. Attendance of HBCUs by Black students have fallen from 18% to only 8% from 1976 to 2013. While there are 100 plus HBCUs scattered throughout the United States as well as the Caribbean, more than half of these institutions find themselves severely underfunded. Only 22% of young Black adults held bachelor's degrees in 2014 in comparison to 41% of whites, 61% of Asians, and 31% of other. This is due to not only increased financial pressures such as student and family debt, but also tightly related to access to capital and quality of resources, not a lack of talent, ability, or intellectual prowess of its student or faculty, as noted in an article on Forbes.com. If we don't find a way to increase support, HBCUs will become extinct, rendering a significant inability in the process to fix the educational achievement gap that is plaguing the Black community. Often in the larger predominantly white institutions, people of color, specifically Blacks, sometimes feel like a number lost in the crowd. This leads to lower retention rates in comparison to other races. Also, with the resurgence of rapidly rising racial tensions in the United States, it is now more important than ever for Black people to have a safe haven. Within the walls of HBCUs, Black students can take comfort in knowing that they are surrounded by others that are like them. How is this affecting us? According to BlackEnterprise.com, HBCUs represent about 3% of colleges in the U.S., but enroll 12% of all Black college students and produce 23% of all Black college graduates. Although this might seem like a small percentage, it should be noted that they are responsible for the education of half of our Black teachers, 40% of Black health professionals and STEM degree holders, and 60% of engineering degrees held by Black students. All of this means that without HBCUs, we would likely see a significant decline in our professional population, including us as current students. Well, what can be done to fix this? I propose that we fight for more backing. We need to start a petition to send to our governor to demand more state funding for our HBCUs so that we can ease the burden on our students. There has been a sharp increase in the cost of yearly tuition for all state schools. HBCUs rely heavily on tuition due to limited monetary security that other learning institutions have. It is a fact that PWIs receive greater funding than HBCUs, rendering them sometimes incapable of offering funding to incoming and present students, as well as purchasing necessary material to keep up with educational and technological advances. The majority of HBCUs are state schools, and if our petition is answered, we can garner more state and federal support. All of these facts are often missed on legislators. These facts should be reason enough for us to receive what is necessary to thrive. However, there has been much effort to simply do away with HBCUs because they feel like they are not profitable, which is simply not true. Also, until there is evidence of equity in the successes of Blacks at other institutions, HBCUs will remain relevant for our benefit. Picture equality in all aspects of education. We can achieve equality and keep our HBCUs alive and thriving if we fight for them. As I have previously stated, HBCUs are responsible for educating some of our greatest minds. United in our fight for equality, we will prove how much we care about receiving a quality education. Further generations will reap the benefits of a great education and go on to make wonderful contributions to society. Without putting in effort, things will only get worse. HBCUs can quite possibly cease to exist one day if we stand idly and continue to allow the vast underfunding. Other institutions will not support the diversity the way an HBCU does. InsideHigherEd.com states that in a resegregating society where race and economic class matter more than ever, and contemporary accounts from students reveal chilly racial climates at predominantly white universities across the country, the future of HBCUs is important for Black Americans. If we work together, we can fight the unfairness. We are in a desperate battle to combat one of the greatest threats to our pursuit of higher education. The call of action through my petition is mandatory so that we can continue to realize our potential through the benefits of higher education catered to us as a people. Remember, HBCUs would not be in existence if not for the systematic racism that have plagued the Black people for so many years. Quoting an article on diverseeducation.com, the HBCU was founded before 1964 and established with the principal mission of educating Black Americans in a time when these institutions were the only choice available. Like our ancestors before us, we must come together to continue to demand that we receive quality in education. Thanks for listening.